Hi guys, it is in the 50s today and it's been getting down into the low 30s at night. We are close to being in mid-November here in Maryland, and it is a nice sunny day and it's not too muddy. So for my own comfort, I think it's a great day to plant bulbs. I'm doing the Blue Moon mixed tulips, and it's a beautiful mix of purples. And I did plant some purple tulips last fall. They were gorgeous this spring, and I think if those tulips come up, these will mix in well with those. But I don't have high hopes. Usually in my area, I don't get tulips to rebloom the same way I do with daffodils, which brings me over here. And this is the large cup Brackenhurst daffodils with the orange center. I think they're so pretty. Every year I try to add daffodils because they do come back for me every season. So little by little, I'm filling my whole yard with daffodils. This is the tool I'm going to be using to plant my daffodils, and it is a Japanese gardening knife called a hori hori. And I love it because it really does a nice job getting deep in the soil. And another thing I like about it is it has almost like a ruler on the blade. So I know how deep I need to go with my bulbs. And I believe this is 6-inch and this is 5-inch. I did get the wooden handle and I have lost it in the garden, which is kind of a dangerous thing. So I think someone else gave me this tip, but I decided to put some blue masking tape on it. So when I set it down, I always know where it is and it doesn't get lost. It was lost for a few days, I think in the spring, and I was lost without it myself. So just a little tip, if you're buying it, get a colorful handle or add a piece of tape on there, but it makes a great bulb planting tool. So guys, I'm excited to show you that I cleaned out the rustic garden bed, and here's where the last batch of tulips I planted is. And if any of them make it, like I said, they will coordinate well with my new mix. So I'm just going to sort of scatter these bulbs throughout the bed and plant them 5 inches deep, and there are some perennials which are still up. That's another reason why I wanted to plant it this week and not in a couple of weeks, because the perennial flowers that are here still have foliage and I won't plant them anywhere that's gonna crowd those out. I think I'll start in the middle of the bed and work my way out both ways. I'm going to place all the bulbs first to make sure that they're pretty evenly spaced out. And I'm glad I cleaned it out so I could see where all the blank spaces are. If you're new to planting bulbs, you always want to make sure that pointy side is up, and then under here there's a little bit of a area where there's some roots that will come out. So just make sure you've got the pointy side up, and with tulips that's pretty easy to tell. Some bulbs it's a little harder to tell which end is up, but luckily these guys are pretty easy. So guys, I just did my best to spread them throughout this bed right on top of the mulch and the soil, and I'm going to dig them in now. Hopefully I won't miss any. I've decided to plant my daffodils in this back corner, right under this little set of wind chimes, and under the beautiful winterberry tree. The sun comes from behind me, which is behind the camera, and it's going to be a nice sunny patch in the spring, and I think the daffodils will do well there. The other reason I like this spot is I just pulled up some marigolds, and the soil is nice and loose there. The roots did a good job breaking up the soil, and I think this is a spot where they'll do really well. And I think I also have some other daffodils planted here as well. So we'll see what happens next spring. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in to my bulb planting video. I'll finish here with these gorgeous rust-colored chrysanthemums, and I wanted to show you, I hope you can see in the middle that there's a bee enjoying it. So it's really important to have these late blooms for the pollinators. They're still out and about looking for some nectar, and I just like to expand my bloom time as long as I can. But I hope you're having fun in your fall gardens, and I'll see you next time. Bye!